topic of this video is why New Year's resolutions fail. Desire gets you started, will keeps you going. Why is it that in January there's a big push for everybody to have New Year's resolutions, achieve goals, join gyms? Because over the holidays, people are thinking about the benefits that they'll achieve by pursuing their goals. So they say, boy, I'm going to look better in my clothes. I'm going to get more fit. I'm going to build up some muscles. And whatever other goals that they have. And so people have high desire. And how do you build desire? Thoughts are the logs of desire. Thinking about the goal and the benefits you're going to achieve from the goal or receive from the goal is what makes that desire high. So desire gets you started, and that's why there's a big push at the new year for everyone to get out and accomplish their objectives. So we just said desire gets you started, and the second part of the saying is will keeps you going. Well, what happens to everybody? They start out, they're so motivated, they've joined the gym, they've started on their goals, and then a couple months later, or maybe even a couple weeks later, a couple days later even, people have lost sight of the goal. And what happens is desire is high when we can focus on the goals and we can think about those benefits. But then the day-to-day life things start to happen. You got to raise the kids, you got to go to work, you have to go to school. You have those types of things that distract you from focusing on the goal, and then the desire starts to go down. And when desire is low, then you don't have that motivation like you had when you started. That's where will comes in. Now, I've heard people say, you don't need willpower to achieve goals. I don't know who these people are. Maybe if you can keep your desire high enough. But what I know is that will is the next thing you need to accomplish a goal. And what will is a decision to take the necessary steps on a regular basis to achieve your objective when you don't feel like it. And that's why will is important. So desire gets you started, will keeps you going. If you have those two in combination, not only will you start out on the goals with high energy, but you'll be able to maintain and achieve the goal. What you do to get in shape is what you do to stay in shape. Now, let's say you've achieved the goal with the first saying. Desire got you started, will kept you going. The problem we often have is that once we accomplish something, we feel we've arrived. And so then we lose what we've attained. Now, how do you prevent that? Well, what you do to get in shape is what you do to stay in shape. So the things you do to get your body in shape are the things you need to keep doing to maintain what you've accomplished. If you've built a great company, the things you did to make that company great, you got to keep doing those things. If you built a great nation, you have to keep doing the things that made your country great in the first place. This is why we see countries rise and fall, and we see companies rise and fall, and we see people get in shape and then get out of shape. So this saying is very important. What you do to get in shape is what you do to stay in shape. And that applies obviously to fitness, but you can apply that same concept to any other objective. So first, desire gets you started, will keeps you going. If you do those two things, you'll achieve the objective. However, the next part is maintaining the objective, because what good is it if you can't maintain it? And maintenance comes from knowing that the things you did to get there are the things you need to keep doing to maintain the objective and the goal once you've accomplished it. I've just explained to you why resolutions fail and what you need to accomplish your goals. One other thing I want to add is the word resolute means single-minded, determined, unwavering, steadfast. It's not, well, I'll casually make a goal and maybe I'll achieve it. The word resolution comes from the word resolute, which means focused, determined, single-minded. That's what you need to be to accomplish your objectives. I'm Jeff Riley for Fitness Innovations.